Welcome back to the Diaspora channel. I'm Kai Gabiam, and thanks so much for joining us live tonight. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are joining the live from. And tonight's live is sponsored by Maison Mocha. So this beautiful Ankara print I'm wearing right now is in store, limited stock. So kindly, quickly check that out. And if you're a business owner out there watching us right now, this platform is yours. The aim of this platform is to promote Black-owned businesses. So wherever you are and you would like to join me here live to share your product or services with us, kindly send me an email and we'll take it from there. I would love to know what you are doing and give you the opportunity to share that with the viewers as well. And tonight, like most of you guys know, I have guests on this platform every week, and is to give them the opportunity to share what they are doing with us in order for you to know, who is offering what services, so you can actually use those services. And tonight I have a very, very special guest, Kellen Coleman. I'll put the cash in between because he's Kellen Kash Coleman, and he's the co-founder of CPR firm, and he's here tonight with us to share the services they offer and how you can also benefit from that. But not only that, they also are launching, they're launching a course very soon that will be very, very benefit for everyone that would like to know more about the continent and how to prepare themselves properly before moving, over there to Africa. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe and make sure your notification bell is on so you don't miss out on my new videos or my new lives. So that's how we do it right here, sharing information that will really, really help you do what you want to do, whether to relocate or as an entrepreneur, share, whatever you're doing with the viewers. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue sur Diaspora Channel. Je suis Kai Gabiam et j'espère que tout se passe très bien chez vous. Si c'est votre première fois sur ma chaîne, je promouvois les Black-owned businesses sur cette plateforme. Donc, si vous voulez aussi me joindre ici pour partager vos services avec nous, envoyez-moi un mail sur thediasporachannel@gmail.com, ou si vous faites quelque chose de vraiment positif pour amener le changement que nous voulons, soit ici dans la communauté noire, que ce soit ici dans la diaspora ou sur le continent, ce serait bien de vous avoir ici avec moi. Comme ça, vous pouvez partager ce que vous faites pour inspirer d'autres personnes. Et ce soir, j'ai le DG de CPR Coleman Firm et il s'appelle Kellen Kash Coleman. Il est là ce soir pour nous dire des services en fait qu'ils offrent et aussi nous parler de leur nouvelle classe ou course, on va dire. Et il va nous parler de tout ça ce soir. Donc, n'oubliez pas de partager ce live avec quelqu'un et abonnez-vous si vous n'êtes pas encore abonné à ma chaîne. Et le live de ce soir, bien sûr, est sponsorisé par Maison Mocha. Donc, cette robe est sur notre site actuellement. Donc, vous pouvez aussi visiter le site www.maisonmocha.co.uk. Et maintenant, je vais ajouter notre... I'm going to give Kellen... I know you're on mute now. Can you kindly unmute yourself, please?
I am unmuted. Kai, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for joining us. I can see the weather is so nice over there. So how are you doing?
Blessed by the best, better than I deserve. And yeah, I had to mute it because, I had like a quick little conversation business wise.
All right.
Yeah. It never stops. The game never stops.
That's right. But Kellen, you know how we do it here. I'm so happy to have you tonight. We meant to do this some few weeks back, but finally it's happening. And I would love you to tell the viewers who you are and a little bit background information about yourself and the CPR consulting firm as well.
All right. Well, Kellen Kash Coleman here. CPRfirm.com is what our, LLC, S corp, all that is over everything else. And so I am a consultant and a publicist. I'm able to serve great influencers like the African Diaspora News Channel. And, with that, and just as nosy as I am, able to, kind of be the guy people call when they have an issue with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or they want some business help in consulting. And so right now, what we're talking about is from my podcast or show, because I have a YouTube as well. Sometimes I look at the numbers and say, hey, we need more. But we're tackling the people who are tribe, who want to hear how to make money. And when wanting to know how to make money, we've tapped into Africa because of the works that we've been able to do with great influencers like Phil, and been able to, connect with other businesses and take 30 people to Kenya and be able to go to Ethiopia and have other tours set up. I said, I have to write a course. And so diversifiedgame.com, the website, the show, has created a course, and it will be first of many, God willing, where we're showing people A to Z how to go to Africa. Because Kai, as you know, and I was there when Dr. Mumbe came and Phil got together, and we did all these different cities, and Mumbe even did more cities than anybody. Everybody was asking, how can I do business? Even if they were an African from Africa, but living in the West, they said, I don't have anybody to trust. So with the connections and the business that I do in Africa, and we do business in about 4 or 5 different countries, and we're trying to tackle the micro investments. But before you invest in Africa, I said, I got to write a course on how do you travel to Africa. Because for all the great stories that we've heard about Africa, we know that we've also heard some negative for some people who haven't been prepared. And I wanted to make sure everyone's prepared and take the guesswork out of travel.
I love it because it's one thing to really be excited about going to Africa, and another thing to make sure you do your homework properly. So the reason why I'm very, very happy about this course is the fact that this course is going to help so many people that don't know nothing about the continent and would love, to have certain things in place in order for things to be, smooth for them when they are, over there on the continent. So I would love you to, not too much details, but what can people, gain by joining this course?
Well, if they go to diversifiedgame.com right now and look at what we have, scroll down, you'll see the beautiful picture of the lady, and they say, are you ready for Africa? And what they're going to see in this course is, and they get to see an intro. Like, you can click on it and you can see an intro on how I start to see, like, hey, can I listen to this guy? Or is he going to totally annoy me? Right? Because I'm like a fine wine or a great champagne. This is not. Yeah. This is gonna be for those people who really want to go do a deep dive and have a lifetime access to this course. And right now they can go see what the price is. It's a great price. And we'll be doing flash sales, but what they're gonna learn, maybe they've been to Europe, maybe they've been to Jamaica, but Africa is its own beauty, all 54 countries. And what we're going to do is say, how do you do your currency exchange? Because this is the thing, Kai, and tell me if you agree. It's one thing to go to Africa. It's another thing to embrace the culture. And I do mean everything, even the lights going out. You got to embrace that. You have, you have to embrace and getting into a cab with your family, right? And I have a family, it's 4 of us. And a lot of times I have in-laws, and we were with in-laws in a tiny 4-passenger cab. And here I am sitting in the front seat of the cab with my backpack. And the driver said it in French, and my French is terrible, but hold on, who does this guy think he is? Because my legs are open, not knowing that I needed to say, the cab we're taking is Depot, because I had to share a seat with another grown man who he stopped for and got in, and we're sharing a seat. So I'm taking that guesswork so people don't have to go through the shock. And I love it, right? Because I'm a traveler. That's what I do. But my wife and my mother-in-law are crying. Like, yeah, he thought he really was going to take that front seat, but they were giving me the full experience. So you don't have to do that. I'm sharing that with you and saying, okay, tell the taxi cab driver, Depot, toi pas, tell them in your best improper French that you want to go directly to your destination, and this is what you want to pay. So that's some of the guesswork. It's also, we know that a lot of people, even if they've been to Africa, 5 times, whatever many times, they still don't know how to exchange their money. They think there's a problem exchanging it on the street. So I do a deep dive, and no, you're not committing a crime, at least most countries, right? And we want you to know how to travel. And Kai, you still there? Because it looks like,
of course, I'm here.
Okay, I was going to take over the show. Like, hold on.
Yes.
this
I
is
trust
what I
you,
do.
Kellen, that you're going to bring the whole house down. So I'm in safe hands.
Yes, and I love Francophone Africa as well as Anglophone One Africa. I saw Mr. Untouchable put that. I appreciate that. I am who I am, and I've done what I've done. So people who know, they run to me.
No, Kellen, you're an amazing person. You're not just one someone out there that make noise, but when it comes to the real work, you are not there. You're really there, and that's one thing I really, really like about you. And I really want to use, in fact, this opportunity to thank you for being, you, and always be there for others, because the work that we have right now on our hands, we can't just be talking and not learn to work together, and you do that. So I really, really respect that. So when it comes to for example, the course itself, how much is the course, and how can people enroll to that course, and what will be the starting date of the course?
Well, the starting date is now, and the price currently is a steal of a deal for the time that it took to put it together. It's $20. And the goal of the course was to make it affordable for everyone, because before you even think about going to Africa, I wanted you to go. I wanted to basically, I see this as the Underground Railroad, but it's the 2021 and beyond edition, where Harriet Tubman, she reached back to go grab people and show them the path to freedom. And I'm showing you that this is how you do it. And I want to reach back, and I want to take your hand. And for those in the course who say, I even need more help, sure, we'll consult for you. Heck, I'll even go with you, and I can bring a team of people if you want to go. But this is the Underground Railroad, because whether you are in Oakland, where I'm originally from, right now I live in South Florida, or if you are in Kings Cross or Brixton, closer to you, I want you to be able to connect with Africa. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what you look like. I don't care. I want you to come see where the birth of civilization is from. So $20 right now. Can I say it will stay at that price? We may do flash sales. I'm going to add more courses. I may add bundles, because the investment part is a big deal, but investment is very sensitive, because I need people to first know how to buy their ticket, first know what language they're going into, because Africa is so many languages, and we go into that in the course. How many languages? I have even some pop quizzes at the end to see if you have tackled all the information. But it's going to be a lovely ride. And I would love all you guys to give me feedback, reviews, and to share it with somebody, because before you buy your ticket, I'm even showing you how to buy tickets cheaper. There's some travel hacks on things that you can do. So, yeah.
Amazing. And the course, itself, it just blew my mind away. You say $20 for the entire course?
20 quid. So in the UK, that's probably like
Wow.
13 quid, but yeah,
That's
it's
really, really
affordable.
good. Really,
Thank you.
really good. I think, everyone can afford that. And what I really, really like is not about money that will stop anyone that really genuinely want to know more about how to prepare themselves properly before going to Africa, to say, oh, I love the sound of this, but I can't afford, 200 or, 150 or 100. $20, everyone can afford that. So that's really, really good. And how many times can people access the course?
Once you pay your 20, it's lifetime. There's also
Oh,
in the
wow.
course, there's MP4 for those who are visual learners. There's a
Okay.
PDF for those who, they really need to like treat it like school. And keep in
Okay.
mind, I've even in grad school, I taught at one point. I taught even after, grad school. So I
Mm.
understand teaching and trying to meet everybody where they're at. And that's
Mhm.
what it's about. Even if Africa is in your far destination, you get this
Mhm.
course now, so you're more knowledgeable about your decision. Whether you want to go to South Africa, for those in South Africa, Sabona. For whether
Mm.
you want to go to Malawi, if you're in Malawi, Mulibonji. Whether
What
you need
about
to,
Cameroon?
if
You
you're in
want to be in trouble?
if you're in Cameroon, how for you now, whether you need to know Pidgin, Swahili, Chichewa, Portuguese, Spanish, French. I'm
Mm.
telling you where and how and what the shillings will be, or the francs will be, or
Wow.
all the kwacha, all the other currencies. I'm trying to take the guesswork, and not trying.
Mm.
Taking the guesswork. I'm your travel partner virtually, so you'll know there's some hidden spots in Africa right now that most Westerners, especially Black Westerners, don't go to. And we want to show you these places are wide open for you. And if people want to go deeper and get
Mhm.
consulting after they do the course, we can then connect them with our trusted partners that we know in these various countries. I don't have all 54 covered, but I have, more than half of them covered where I can
Which is
connect
good.
you. Yeah.
Which is good. Amazing.
Well,
Kellen, we
I'm a
need,
big mouth.
okay. Mr. Untouchable, Helen, we need a course on how to sell online from you. Okay, that's from Mr. Untouchable. So if you have any question, please put it in the chat. We always keep it nice and short here, so we can go about other businesses. So quickly, please put your question in the chat.
And let me
And
respond to him, Kai. Let me
yeah.
tell him, I don't know
Mm.
anything. I have a consulting company and a PR company, but I don't know anything
Right.
about selling. You know what they say, certain things sell themselves. If you're interested in Africa, I'm just presenting a course that can help you. And, no one ever sells you drugs. Nobody really sells you a car. You were in the market looking for it and you went to where it was. That's all that this is. You go to diversifiedgame.com, you see it, you click on the beautiful picture, you pay your $20 or 13 quid. I want to make sure for
Wow.
those in the UK near you, it's even a better deal because your guys' money is higher than ours. But yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
presenting.
No, it's good. Every single person can afford it. And I'm really, really happy that you actually put something out there that is very, very affordable. And we have, Queen Elle in the house, all the way from Burkina Faso. Big shout out to you, and big shout out to all the supportive members of this platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always putting something on the side to support this platform. So I really, really appreciate you all. A quick plug to anyone listening right now. If you love what I'm doing here and you like to be a member of this platform, just click on join and see the perks, and you take it from there. So Kellen,
Yes,
I know,
yes.
for the people here that don't know, you have your own podcast. What can the listeners expect from your podcast?
And thank you, Queen L. I know she was a former guest, Latasha Robb. I
Yep.
appreciate that. What they can expect from our podcast, Diversified Game, is all about giving the game. We don't have, for my generation,
Hmm.
I'm 39, soon to be 40, and we
Okay.
did not get a lot of. We saw, okay, you're in that position, but how did you
Yep.
get there? Because it was more than school. So I talked
Yeah.
to a millionaire or two every week. Sometimes I talk to 5 in a week, and I
Okay.
bring those conversations into Diversified Game, and they
Hmm.
share their story. So these
Okay.
sometimes are our business partners, sometimes they're my friends, sometimes they're my neighbors, and we just want to show you how does somebody
Hmm.
get to where they're at, because nobody wakes up like Queen L and just becomes, a hedge fund manager, or
Yep.
a CEO of the Bow Foundation. I'm just using her
Okay.
as an example. Or
Hmm.
even yourself, just you don't wake up and someone gave you a clothing line. We had to create these things. And a lot of times when I tell people how I did it, they're like, wow, that sounds difficult, hard. And it sounds like you started with a lot of money. I started from scratch, just like you and everybody else. If you're not like Trump, right? Who's down the street and he only started with what, a couple million, whatever the rumor is. But I want people to see how we've had a 13-year-old millionaire, Christian the Truth Jones, show you on diversifiedgame.com how you too can make, at least 10,000, 100,000, and possibly get into the millions like he has. And so I'm just giving the game on there.
I love it, Kellen. Keep dropping those very good gems for us. We really, really need, people like yourself, that are available for us to reach out to. And now, there is a course that is very, very accessible for everyone when you look at the course. So our problem, we know our problems now is how we can be free, financially, to be able to put those cash here and there and solve things and keep it moving. So that's really, really good. If you guys have any question, kindly put it in the chat. And if you are not following me yet on Instagram, guys, you want to know exactly what is happening and who will be the next guest as well. Definitely someone very, very interesting, like our guest right here. So follow me on Instagram at the Diaspora Channel. Another thing, Kellen, I know you guys work with influencers out there. Can you quickly break down when it comes to the basic package? I'm not talking about the people that are already, making it big, and you can, give any price and they're like, yes, sir. I'm talking about basic, very, very basic package. Can you break that down for us, please?
Yeah, the basic package, really starts with a conversation. And if somebody wants a
Hmm.
short conversation for, 15 minutes, there's some, it's free right
Yeah.
now. And we can start. And if they need an hour, I price the hour the way we have the hour priced, because
Uh-huh.
it's definitely a team thing. Like I just listen to my team and say, what should I do to serve
Yeah.
more people?
Mm-hmm.
They can go to cprfirm.com right now, and they can go, put in their bid and say, hey, I picked this time on the calendar. I see it's open, and we try to keep an open calendar. If we happen to double book, hey, I'll let you know, or somebody will let you know. But the basic package is to see what problem we can solve, because some folks need us to solve their branding problem because they have, $50,000 worth of brands in their email. And some folks need us to solve their YouTube problem, or their Facebook or TikTok problem, or even their personal problem. I used to be a counselor in many different forms, whether it was drug rehab or working at a supervisor at a psych hospital. And those skills come in handy when you're a consultant and you're dealing with, real life. People die, and you have to, deal with your clients and say, what's the next step? Can you even process this? Do you need to take a break? Because all this money, Kai, that's being made, a lot of folks are living rich. We see it on Instagram every day. Bugattis, private planes, mansions. A lot of folks are going to retire broke. Not my people. If they're with me, our goal is for you to retire a multi-millionaire, because we want to all be in the same circle. But you have to invest in yourself. And that's where I see a lot of influencers, especially in our circle. We see folks talking about their high value this, high value that, and they ain't got a team of nobody, because it's multiple people talking like that right now. So y'all don't think you know who I'm talking about.
Kellen. I think that would be another live stream entirely. The high of the highest values, out there making more noise. I think some of the real the real one don't make as much noise as those ones. But let's just close that one.
Kai, I want to make it real. I want to make it real clear, because that word has been taken by so many influencers. And again, I know them all. They all have somehow had a connection with me some way down the line. If we haven't represented them, we've given them free game, right? But if the realest highest value the real high value in my life are the people that I serve, and how I make them feel, and how we make them better. So they can go to cprfirm.com, and they can go, we can have a consultation, and we love it because it's all about love.
Absolutely. And that's what will take us to the next level, loving, serving one another. That will take us to where we want to go to extremely fast. Any other thing you love to share with us, Kellen? I know it's nighttime here, but over there is still looking good. So, keep dropping them.
Well, I have various things. Some things are projects, our passion projects. For those of you who are parents or have kids who need, Black children's books, we also have Fomenki Publishing, which I dropped it in the comments. LondonandSydney.com is a children's book. Whether you want the hardcover or the soft cover, get it from Amazon, get it from Ingram, Spark, wherever. You can order it at your library for free, and tell your library, give them the information. London and Sydney explore the world, and we write books. So for those of you who have young children, I have 22 books done. I really need to get on the ball. Also, for those who say, I want to learn more about Africa and the investing side of it, I haven't finished the investing course. I don't rush anything because it's all on God's timing. But what I will say is, if you go to Mallofafrica.Africa and sign in, you will see about 6 or 7 investments that we have vetted on diversifiedgame.com. Everything that we have vetted has been on Diversified Game. So if you see something you like, you can then go to Diversified Game and Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube, wherever a podcast or a show can be heard, and you can see what I asked that entrepreneur. And you can also see the testimonials, because we want to make everything above board. We're not doing any illegal business. So we're giving you the game, even on Mallofafrica.Africa. The .Africa is a domain that everybody should have. If you have a .com, get a .Africa, and I'll put it in the chat.
serving us with all the good quality dishes tonight. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, Kellen. And yeah, you have as well your own YouTube channel. What can the viewers expect from your channel?
So that YouTube channel is my
Mm.
diary. It is my
Yeah.
diary to let people, like, sometimes I'll say the same thing 100 times. So I say, let me just make a YouTube video and talk about it. It might be in government contracting and trying to tell people about the different organizations here, like PTAC and SCORE and
Mm.
SBA, they need to contact and how to do it, because those are
Right.
organizations that work for us because of our tax
Okay.
dollars. But it also may be on, something on, buy some crypto, which I don't talk too much about crypto online, because for those who really understand crypto, it's not to be talked about. It's just to be, used the proper way for things that you may not want
Mhm.
others to know you're buying. So it's just my diary when I need to vent and get some stuff off. So instead of telling somebody, I can send them a link and say, hey, check that out.
Mhm. Amazing. Quick feast, everything well put together in one place. More for Africa. What can people expect from that website?
The investing, and also the biggest thing that we
Mm.
researched, and it took hours for one of my team members to take the information I gave her and said, can you make sense of this in a very neat way on a spreadsheet?
Mm.
Because I'm part-time dyslexic, and that just means
Oh,
a slight dyslexia. But I showed people where they can get
mm.
citizenship, where they can
Okay.
get residency, and we
Mm.
put it for the countries that you can and what you need. And that stuff is
Mm.
always changing. So bear with me if you say, oh, I don't see that, because things can change, but we're trying to stay up to date as much as possible, because again, that's a give back. We want people to know, hey, go to Burkina Faso. Hey,
Mhm.
go to the Ivory Coast, go to
Yeah.
Togo, go
Yeah.
to Cameroon, Ghana. We love Ghana, but it's not the only place. South Africa is not the only place.
That's
So
right.
there's so many places that the people need to know about and where they can tap in. And why is residency and citizenship so important,
Important.
especially
Mm.
to Black Americans, is because, like, unlike anybody else, we don't really
Mm.
have a home that we know we can go to.
Exactly.
The education here is a joke. It tells you were a slave. That's where your history starts. Everybody
Mhm.
else has a country they can go to. So it's so important for us, if we do tap in, we do buy a home, we do
Mm.
invest, to know that we can own it. And in 40 years or 99 years, our kids
Mm.
can still have it, and they don't have to start from scratch, which a lot of us are so used to starting from scratch. We're like, nah, we want to be welcomed.
This is so good. And I hope everyone in the chat and the people that watch this live later, I'll try to pin everything you need to know about the CPR firm, the Diversify Game podcast. If you want all those juicy stuff, you need to make sure like your ears is over there listening to those podcasts to know exactly the amazing different guests Kellen always have on his platform. And I really 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 appreciate the work you are doing on your side, and for joining us tonight. If you have any last word to share with us before we end the stream, that will be great.
Well, I thank you for coming on, and everybody who watched live, and everybody who's going to watch, the replay, and to
Mm.
share this game. We're not, any great business, you're solving a great problem. We need more
Mm.
love. We need more God. You can call it whatever you want, but you did not create yourself, and that somebody probably influenced you to, even if you were a criminal right now, to be a criminal. And if you were a lawyer, to be a lawyer. I saw, from afar, what Africa
Mm.
had to offer. And so I had to tap into it. And now that I've been to 3 or 4 at least countries and seen the similarities are
Mm.
so more than the differences. You know what they say in Kenya, ugali, that's fufu on the west side. You know, all of the cassava, everything, it's the same thing. You know, so we just need to stop the division and say, what do we have more in common, and how do we make money? Can we go on a tangent about the money real quick? You know, my name is Kellen Kash.
Of course.
If all you're doing is complaining, you're putting so much room and barriers where you can't make the money. And the money, even the scriptures say, you know, you need it for all things, just things though. And how many things do you really need? I don't know. I can't tell you that. But geo arbitrage, being able to take your dollar, take your pound, and go to another country will show you a different type of freedom. When Kai comes to America and she brings her pounds, she laughs at us when we say, wait, gas is $2.85, because her pounds are stronger than our dollars traditionally. So we need to tap in to say, how do we have a better life? And let's, like the nomad capitalist says, we need to go where we're treated best.
Yes,
West Africa, I don't care if it's Budapest. If you are treated like a human and not just like a problem, that's where you need to go, because we need more love. But you have to tap in. You have to do your studies. And the first part of the studies, at least for Africa, and nobody else that I have seen has written a course like this or a course at all on Africa. Please correct me if I'm wrong and send it to me so I can have them on Diversified Game, and then I can tell Kai can have them on here as well. But
so they can come and share it with us here.
Yeah, but if I haven't seen it yet. So we want to have this course, how to pack, what not to pack, what not to wear, because you don't need to look like $1 million when you're going through you know, the worst slums that you have never seen in America. You know, but while you're in the worst slums, if you have an eye and an ear to hear, you're going to see some of the greatest business opportunities that could take your $10,000 or your $1,000 and turn it into 100,000, turn it into $1 million. And I'm going to give some free game, Kai, if you're not rushed.
Of course, go ahead.
I got off the call with a friend of mine yesterday. He told me, and I'm not going to say too much about location because I want to bring it back to you, and so you can have him on. But the Congo is all I can say. There are loans less than 2%. They're charging less than 2%. There are loans out there. If you know who to ask, and it's all verified, and that's why hotels are being built faster than they've ever been built in some of these African countries. When you guys hear Ghana is going to charge you for your home, 30, 40%. Well, again, Ghana's not the only place. And there's, people we've spoke to that can help you even get better loans. But the money in taking your dollars, even if it's 5,000, you can bubble it and double it on the continent and have a grand time doing it and be appreciated and loved. And that's why we're bringing you this course.
Thanks so much. And can you quickly remind people how much the course is?
$20. It's almost hard to say because, people have been getting on me. Why only 20? It's for you. It's for the people. And what we do with the money, we don't all just eat it. It's for the team that helps bring this dream even to another level, paying for advertising to let people know that you're there, that you're here, and saying, look, we need our people. Think about what COVID, when that happened, people were like, I might need to go somewhere else. Africa has not been hit like much of the West. And if you would have had an Africa plan, you would have been maybe in a better situation. I know people who have made a lot of money during COVID worldwide, but especially in Africa, because they were in the right business at the right time. But you have to prepare now. So instead of going to Starbucks, instead of buying those, Dunkin' Donuts and everything else, you spend $20 to learn from somebody who's traveled to over 18 countries, who has taken their family to over 10 countries, and so I know something about travel. I'll give a spoiler. I tell people how many bags you need based on what type of trip you're going, because me and my family, everybody gets a carry-on and a backpack. That's what you get. That's it. Unless we're going to see in-laws and have to bring gifts, but there's even ways of bringing gifts, because we all know Air France and Turkish Airlines are going to maybe lose your bags, right? And there's a way for your bags never to meet you there beforehand, but you got to talk to the travel hackers. And that's why. So for $20, you're getting game on Africa, but also just how to travel, just how to be, especially if you're a high value person. And I know you are, because God made you.
Love that. Thanks so much, Kellen. And thanks everyone for joining the live tonight. And a big shout out to all the supportive members of this platform. If you like to join them, kindly just click on join and you're going to be able to see our perks. Everything we are sharing here is for the benefit of our people. And I really, really like the fact that the price, the cost does not cost anything. Let's put it like that. Because Kellen, over there, with $20, what can you get quick and forget about it? With $20.
You can almost fill your gas tank. You can go to McDonald's for 2 people. Jack in the Box.
Done.
Done. Yeah. So, I love you. I love the people. I want everyone to get embraced and share the game, because I want everybody to win.
Beautiful. That's the spirit we should all have. Thanks everyone for joining. Like I said in the beginning, this beautiful dashiki dress. I'm a big fan of dashiki and Ankara prints, like you guys know already. So this is available on our site www.maisonmoka.co.uk. Et pour nos frères francophones, si vous voulez en savoir plus sur ce que en fait c'est comme une classe en fait que vous pouvez aussi joindre à tout moment. Et franchement, le prix, je vais pas dire ridicule, mais bon, c'est seulement $20. Donc, tout le monde peut facilement aller s'enregistrer et puis apprendre beaucoup de choses, parce que il y a des gens qui veulent vraiment visiter l'Afrique ou bien aller s'installer là-bas, mais ils connaissent personne, ils n'ont aucune, pas de relation, connexion, pas de contact en Afrique. Donc, avec ce que Kellen et puis son équipe ont mis en place, ça va tellement aider beaucoup de monde. Et comme je l'ai dit, $20, franchement, si vous allez au McDonald's là, c'est fini quoi. C'est fini, vous pouvez acheter deux trucs comme ça et puis c'est fini. Mais avec ça, vous pouvez aussi vous enregistrer et puis vous allez apprendre tellement de choses et puis partager aussi avec d'autres personnes, parce que c'est très important qu'on se prépare bien. On sait que l'Afrique est le futur et tout se passe en Afrique. Et c'est là, franchement, là où on peut dire on est vraiment chez nous. Donc, c'est à nous maintenant de mettre les choses en place pour faciliter ça. Donc, franchement, ce frère, je l'adore beaucoup. Donc, je vais mettre leur site d'Internet là où vous pouvez en savoir plus sur tout ce qu'ils font et puis sur ce que je viens de partager avec nous concernant leur classe qu'ils vont commencer très bientôt, $20, et tout le monde peut franchement s'enregistrer et en savoir plus. Donc, le live de ce soir est sponsorisé par Maison Mocha et on a cette robe. Vous pouvez pas bien voir ça, mais bon, si vous visitez notre site, vous serez en mesure de voir la robe et puis pourquoi pas commander. Le thé est juste à côté, quoi. Donc merci à tous d'être avec nous ce soir, de nous avoir suivis du début jusqu'à la fin. S'il vous plaît, n'oubliez pas de vous abonner et partager ce live avec quelqu'un. Et si vous voulez aussi me joindre ici, envoyez-moi un mail et vous serez en mesure de me joindre et partager ce que vous faites avec nous. Grand merci à tous et n'oubliez pas aussi, on est sur Instagram. Donc, you need to follow me on Instagram to know the guests that we'll be having here next time, guys, if you are not yet following me on Instagram. Et merci à tous. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Massive thanks to Kellen. Probably I'll be having you back on again for a feedback. So regarding the course and other things, I know you guys have lined up coming up soon. So thanks so much. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Good night. Kellen, you good?
Awesome. We